Hi everyone, today I am going to do a video on this plant. I just got it at my local nursery, and at first glance you might think that it looks like a philodendron Brazil, which I have. The section looked like it was a whole bunch of Brazils. I think some of them were, but then I took a look at this one and it had a lot of light yellow in it. So there's light yellow here. The leaves are also massive, which I'm really excited about. Look at how big that leaf is. So if you take a look at this leaf right here, you can see that it has like the silver coloring and then the yellow stripe going down. Another name for this is the silver stripe philodendron, and it looks different from the philodendron Brazil. If I have it side by side, you might not be able to tell that much if I have it side by side. So this is the philodendron Brazil that I already have at home. It's already in semi-hydro, and it has a lot of green, like a neon green coloring, and it doesn't have any of the silver coloring or any yellow in it. Yeah, so the philodendron Rio has been on my plucket list for a while now, and I'm really excited that I found it today. And I found one gnat today. I'm pretty sure it came from this guy because I haven't had gnats around in months since I've had fungus gnats because of me converting most of my plants to semi-hydro. To prevent a gnat infestation, I'm gonna go ahead and convert this today to semi-hydro. And I would say the most ideal time to convert your plant is when the soil is more dry, so it kind of just falls off the roots. If you just bring it home and the nursery just watered it, then it could be a little bit more difficult, but I've done it both ways and I don't really mind that it'll be a little bit more difficult. So I'm gonna have my bag of leca ready. I just rinse it. So that's what I'm gonna do. But first, I'm gonna get the soil out of this one. When I first brought it home, I already sprayed it with my plant spray, which I have done a video on that too. It has neem oil, water, and a little bit of Castile soap in it. I just spray down the whole plant until it is dripping, and then I wait like 15 minutes, and then I wipe down every single leaf. So this is what came with the plant. Open it up. And squeezing the pot to not hurt the plant while I take this out. The soil isn't like soaking wet or anything, so I think it'll make it easier. Plus, converting a philodendron is pretty easy in itself because the roots, as you can see, the roots are pretty thick. So I'm just loosening up the soil and trying to be as careful as I can, trying not to break off all the roots, but I've done that before too. The plant made it. Yeah, I'm just loosening up the roots here, trying to be as gentle as I can. So I'm just gonna keep doing this, and then I will come back when I have most of the soil off, and I'll show you what I do next. I just massaged it through until I got each of them out, and there were a couple casualties. Usually that doesn't happen. The roots were basically really matted together, so it was kind of difficult, but I did lose a couple leaves. It's not the end of the world because those weren't the biggest ones or my favorite leaves. And now I'm gonna rinse everything. So I have the sink plugged as well because I don't want to waste water, but I am just gonna go through and massage the roots again. Try to get as much soil off as I can. I'm also gonna wash the leaves because I basically got the leaves all dirty when I was trying to remove the soil. There was a gnat that flew on me when I was trying to remove everything, and I freaked out. I guess I'm not used to gnats anymore. Now my sink is pretty much full of water, so I'll just keep doing that in the sink. And I do have a little plug thing that catches the soil in here too, because that won't be good for plumbing. I wish I could do all of this outside, but I just have a balcony outside and I also don't have a hose, so this is what I'm working with. Yeah, now that I have each one separated, I'm gonna see if I can arrange it in a way that actually makes this trail, because I do want to put it up on my shelf, my new plant shelf up there. So this is good enough. That's normally what I do. And yeah, I mean, if you can get more soil off than that, then I would try to do that, but this is what I normally do, and I'll start to pot up from there. So I'm gonna do the same thing with all of them. I don't want it to be repetitive and just show you the same thing over and over and over again. So once I have all of them looking like this, then I'll show you the next step. I am done rinsing everything. So here's what it looks like. These are the roots. That's as good as I can do right now. So the next step is to get the pot that you want to use. I am just going to use the nursery pot that it came with, and I already cleaned it. This is a good one because it is a more shallow one. You don't want one that's too high because it works through capillary action, and then the water would have to travel too far up to get to the root. I'm going to measure the amount of leca that I need using this. I usually do a little bit less than the full container because the roots will take up room when I actually put the plant in it too. So now that I have it like this, I'm going to go ahead and rinse my leca. So I just poured that amount into a takeout container. I tend to reuse those a lot. And this is just to get off all the dust that comes because it's clay balls. It has a lot of dust. So I am going to start potting it up now. So I just put a layer in the bottom. The amount of leca that I put in the bottom is pretty much around where I'll have the water level be. But again, I just eyeball it. I'm not precise with it at all. I'm going to go ahead and arrange this how I want it. Now I'm just pushing all the roots down because I'm going to have to put more leca on top. And I have the leca down below, and I'm just going to start putting it in and arranging it. So this part is pretty much like, I've shown me potting up a plant before. It was pretty much just the removing the soil part. Somebody asked how much soil needs to be removed, and I'm always like, do the best you can because that's what I do. And then just keep shaking to make sure the balls are falling into place. If I don't like the way I potted up a plant, I'll just dump it back out and redo it. So that's pretty much it. That's how I pot up my plant. So this is what I'm going to use temporarily as the saucer for it because I don't have a cache pot for this size plant right now. So I am just going to set it in like this. And here is my nutrient water. It's already mixed up. If you don't know how to mix up the nutrients or anything about that, then I already have a video called Semi-Hydro Nutrients and pH. I'm just going to pour through the top like this. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh my god. Oh no. There, now you're blocking my light. Thanks.